Hey everybody, watch this video to learn exactly how you should apply bus processing to your vocals to get them super clean, warm, and full in the mix. Let's go in it. Now that we have plugins on the vocal inserts themselves, we also have the reverb going. I'm going to now affect the vocal bus. So all my lead vocals are going to this bus right here called lead. And as you see, there's nothing on there right now. But to give you an idea, some things, what you should be looking to do with a vocal bus where all the vocals are being bussed to it is a couple of things. You can EQ the bus to make the vocals stand out as a whole a little bit more in the mix. You can add a harmonic saturator to give the vocals a different, paint them with a different brush, a different tone, a different texture in the mix is what that's going to give you. You can compress the vocals. I wouldn't recommend compressing them heavily on the bus. You just want to, do like some light compression that kind of glues them and holds them together. So those are a couple ideas. So let's play the vocal and see what we want to do first.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character.
I'm gonna add one of my favorite compressors on the vocal bus. A Fairchild compressor emulation. Usually I have a setting around 3. And I just love the sound of anything that literally goes to the compressor, but especially vocals. It just warms it up in a nice way. So bypass and let's put on the compressor. Here we go.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet. But you ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet. Everything I'm asking for, I'll do the same. But when I ask it in return, it's crazy how it changes. My mind is changing, my heart is changing. I ain't being nice no more, no more. You want me as your lady.
I really like that. So I hope you guys could hear that subtle difference. What it did for me was again, remember in previously when we talked about compressing the vocal and how we just wanted it flat so that we could actually bring up the volume more. This made the vocal even more flat without killing the transients and the dynamics of the vocal. So I was able to bring up the volume even more and really make that vocal present because of this. In addition to that, just by running it through this plugin alone, it adds some texture and some just great harmonics. Some great harmonics to the vocal as well. So now I am going to add even more harmonics just to show you guys. I may not use it, but let's just show you guys. I'm going to use the NLS bus by Waves. And I'm going to do the Nevo, which is a Neve emulation. And basically this is going to add some harmonics that you would generate from like a Neve type preamp or Neve type component, which I use for vocals. Neve is great for vocals. It's great for a bunch of things, but especially vocals. So check this out. And you want to do this in the mix because you want to hear how the texture of the vocal is affected when you have the whole mix playing.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but
do you guys hear how much warmer and fuller that vocal is? It's so weird. This was like when I came across this type of plugin and this type of thing, I was shocked. But it's just so cool that you can, with, you know, just driving, you know, one knob. It sounds like the vocal is louder, but it's really not louder. It's just more full. All the different frequencies are just getting much fuller throughout the vocal. It's just getting thicker. I just love it. So with it bypassed, you can hear the difference.
You never open my door when we get to the restaurant. When the check come, you look at me like, babe, how much you got? Whenever I'm around, you don't treat me like a queen and act like me once, and that is such a bad thing.
Sounds pretty good. So now I'm gonna put the Neve back on. Here we go.
You never open my door when we get to the restaurant. When the check come, you look at me like, babe, how much you got? Whenever I'm around, you don't treat me like a queen and act like me once, and that is such a bad thing.
Man, that sounds so smooth. I hope you guys can hear that on your end. I just love harmonics. I love doing stuff with harmonics and texture. It's probably my favorite thing. So yeah, we have a compressor, we have a harmonic saturation on the bus. We may even add a little bit of EQ. Let's hear the chorus again.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet.
All right, so one thing that we could do on the bus is actually add some air to the vocal, or all the vocals, because all the vocals are being bussed to it. To do that, I'll use the Blue Cat Patchwork, and then I'm going to open up the plugin of choice, which is Plugin Alliance, and I really like the Mog EQ. And I like the Mog EQ because it has an air band, and this is like boosting super, super high frequencies that you really can't pinpoint with the ear, but as you boost them, you feel them. It's more of a feeling thing. So check this out as I boost some super ultra highs to give the vocal just a little bit of air on the vocal bus.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet. But you ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you...
All right, so I hope you guys heard that difference with the air EQ that we applied on the vocals. It's such a cool plugin. So here is with it on.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character.
And then let's hear it with it off.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character.
So to be able to hear this, you're definitely going to need headphones, or ideally you're watching these videos on your studio computers and you can really hear the difference. Those ultra sub highs, you know, those real high frequencies, the vocal just becomes more exciting, more clear. Check it out. And put it back on one more time.
Cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet.
I love it. At this point, I would say I'm pretty much done with mixing the vocal. I would most likely come back later during the mix at a different point, check on some settings, maybe tweak some things. But the general vocal volume, tone, compression, texture, everything is there. I got the reverb, the whole sound of the vocal is there. So let's take off all of these plugins. And I'll just do it for the chorus. And let's hear the difference. So this is with all the plugins off. And here's the dry vocal on the chorus. Check it out.
You to exit, cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet. But you ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready.
All right, so now to give you an idea, just so you can hear the dramatic change that we did do to these vocals, let's put back on all the plugins and listen to the chorus.
To exit, cause he ain't ready yet. Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet. But you ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet. Everything I'm asking for you.
And that is how I love to mix my vocals. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video series. I hope you guys found value. If you did find value, please like this video. I haven't even mentioned it to this point, you know, so I wanted to give you guys value first. And if you want to continue seeing videos like this and get value of learning mixing and learning different production things from myself, like this video and subscribe if you'd like to subscribe to get more of these videos. I have a free production guide as well on my website if you would like to learn the top 10 ways that most music creators go wrong before they get to the mix. So if you really want to master mixing your music, these are the top 10 things that you need to do before you even get to the mixing stage, which can greatly improve your songs and your production in general. It's a free guide linked below in the YouTube description on my website. I'm so glad to be here and sharing this content with you. Subscribe and like this video and stay tuned for another video coming soon.